Hey there, YouTubers. Got more snow. I finally shoveled. Yeah, not a lot of snow. I mean, I can't compete with what some of you guys are getting up there in Michigan, you know, a couple feet or nothing like that. I think we got another 4 or 5 inches. But it was light snow. I still don't like shoveling. I used to. I used to wonder why the hell people would pay me to shovel their sidewalks and their driveways. I get it now. I really get it now. And as I know, I need to head south because you don't have to shovel sunshine, do you? Roads are good and clear though. Oh, because it is late. Stay up all night, sleep all day. It's a wonderful life. For God's sakes, go. It's not that bad. Out at Walmart. There's actually an RV parked out here. But I hear no generator running. It's cold. And when I was kicking my feet together to knock the snow off, I realized I should really be somewhere where I'm kicking sand off my shoes and not snow. Sand would be much better to be kicking off than snow. Hey YouTubers, it's snowing again. And it was a little slick out there getting up my hill. I mean, nothing bad. Oh, we're not turning. Probably should just go home. Figure what the hell. Not sure if this will go up before I get the last bit of the RV show stuff done. I did a lot of travel trailers because that seems to be the majority of everything out there. And cost-wise, they're usually the cheapest, so they're probably the best sellers. It's funny how this little bit of snow can make a difference like this. But it's been cold enough that it's stayed pretty slick. Not bad, but bad enough for some dumb Ohio drivers. Again, I've had a few four-wheel drives in the past. My Subaru was by far my favorite. Well, I had a couple Blazers too. They were pretty good, but Subaru was good. But the biggest problem in stuff like this isn't even a normal two-wheel drive car. It's other people. Thank God I got four-wheel drive. And again, I've said before, you can't stop. You can get in and out of places that cars can't, but you can't stop. And four wheels will slide. I know, I've been there. But it's not that cold. The car says it's 24. And it's like 7 o'clock at night. But the worst thing is when you see people that don't know what they're doing. And in Ohio, you get enough of those. You know, you get up to Michigan, most people got a pretty good idea of what they're doing. Up in upstate New York, they know what's going on. But in Ohio, you still got a lot of, I mean, you're like 50-50. Half of them do and half of them just don't get it. Leave your brakes alone. Use your brakes as little as possible. Man, this doesn't even look loud. Salt put down here, and I'll stay back far enough for these turning people not to hit me. ready for people turning, people coming behind you. You have to watch to make sure they're not sliding. Like this. Man, I miss my rear-wheel drive Mustang though. I could fishtail that whole corner, go down this street sideways, but going straight. Again, fun when you want it to be fun, not fun when it decides to do it on its own. But front-wheel drive just isn't as fun. I mean, who wants to do a donut in reverse? That's not as fun. Behind me. Looks like he will stop. But like in my Mustang being a stick, it was the same as on a hill. Don't get on my butt. Especially in the snow, because all that's going to happen is you're going to get a windshield full of snow. They're all doing pretty good, giving everybody distance. Sometimes the problem is we don't know where the road is. I used to make a drive from St. Louis, Missouri to Knoxville, Tennessee every weekend for a year. I remember I was in a snowstorm once. I'm on the highway. The highways kind of split off in the direction I went on. Nobody had been on it. And there's like 5 or 6 inches of snow. So I'm basically plowing up snow over the nose. Had a Buick Riviera, neat car. Had traction control, long wheelbase. It was actually pretty good. But I didn't know where the road was. I was just hoping. And that was probably about 20 miles of that until I finally got to some plowed roads. But it was fun. And I was younger, probably going too fast then. Yeah, I'm sliding around. Guy behind me doesn't need to be quite as close when he sees me sliding around like that. This could be fun. Do we have an accident up here? Miles an hour up a hill. The person in front of me is going very, very slow. I haven't driven this car in a lot of snow, so I'm wondering if this is really slippery or just not one of my better in snow cars. It's a little bit of both. It's still fun. All right, let's go see Verizon. Alright, peoples. I don't have too far to go. Let's not be stupid. Hey, why the hell would I come by the mall on a night like tonight? That's just stupid. We're green, people, go. Barely made it through there. It was actually red by the time I got in there. I think I skipped the highway. I'm sure it's probably in better shape than the road. Man, you almost hit that cop. When you're living on a limited budget, you sure don't want to do anything that might cost you money. So, keep the sunny side going. Yeah, you're sideways, aren't you? Go easy. Doofies. Go easy. Yeah, wiggle. Grandfather I grew up with taught me, he had a big Lincoln Continental Mark 6, and he worked for a company that made shovels, and he would go out and talk to farmers and buy timber from them. So he would go out and scale it up and stuff like that. He had that Lincoln Mark 6. I went with him a bunch of times. He'd get back in this damn cornfield with 2 feet of snow in it. Farmer was like, you might need me to, all that snow that came down while we're here, you might need me to pull you out with my truck. Grandpa said, I'll be fine. That Lincoln was a tank. The farmer had far more trouble in his 4-wheel drive than grandfather had in that tank. Because you put it in drive and you creak until it starts going. Take your foot off, if you just floor it, guess what? You're just gonna spin. And you're gonna get stuck. That's my thoughts on winter driving. It's not the roads, it's the other cars. Usually. I mean, sometimes you hit ice and there you go. But to me, the biggest danger are other cars. That red light, and I knew it was going to change, but when I hit the brake, slide, and there I went through that red light. I knew it was coming.
Say a command.
What are you going to do, hit the brake and slide? Nah, just know you're going through it, and when other people are coming, know that they might be going through a light on you. What command you want here? View map. Ooh. My GPS, I haven't played with it much. That's cooler than I thought. I'm gonna get back in the house and have some more of that soup I made. Bob's soup yesterday. Well, it was Felix's soup actually. I'm gonna eat up some more of that. This is not my favorite snow car that I've ever had. It slides easy. And it's got traction control, but that and probably not the greatest tires on it. Yeah, any little bit of gas, it just loses traction. Or on its own, just lost traction there.